Welcome back, everybody, to Maniacal Music Musings. I'm your host, Jeremy. As always, I am sitting here at the end of the world, and I don't even know today. Been one of those days. They're paying me by the hour, but it's not enough. What can I say? But you may notice there's not the slightly worse looking gentleman next to me, as usual. Uh, Sorry to say, CJ had some other plans tonight, apparently, or something happened. I don't know really details, but he'll be missed, but he gave me his blessing. He said the show is in your hands. Please go with it. Just do it. And I'm like, well, it's my show, so yeah, I will. But he'll be back next week, hopefully. Hopefully, I hope it's not too serious. But our wishes are with you, buddy. But let me introduce our guest tonight, folks. Tonight we are well. I kept saying the music saying we. Tonight I am being joined by Autumn Williams, a poet and author. Welcome, Autumn. I'm so happy to have you on.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here. I'm excited. It should be fun.
Should be. We have some different music choices tonight, but some interesting music choices as well. So, yeah. Well, I'll see. Kind of curious what CJ thought of yours, but I'll find out in a later date what he thought. Well, he kind of told me he previewed it. He kind of gave me a preview of what he thought, so I can go with that. But first things first. When did you start writing poetry?
Um, a few years ago, I started writing poetry. I have a chronic illness, and it got really bad, and I was bedbound. And after a while, I wanted something to do, and I started writing poetry, and I got really hooked on it.
Well, one, sorry to hear that, of course, and two, I mean, it's definitely an outlet. I mean, writing's always a good outlet to get your emotions out somewhere. It's Yeah, I mean, I've written some, well, I guess vaguely poetry before. I called it raps, but you can call it poetry too, I guess. But I have a book of them sitting around here somewhere from college that I wrote, and yeah, some of them are a little scary. But I was an angry college student, so things that you just write what you feel, and nobody was ever going to read them anyway, so I didn't care how horrible some of them sounded, but it worked. Uh, and yeah, some of them were actually pretty good. Some of them I actually wouldn't mind trying to actually rap out now and to a beat or something. I know enough rappers. I should get something going. But so, what kind of poetry do you write? Because I mean, I'm a fan of poetry too. I'm not gonna say I'm a expert in it. I mean, I'm mediocre on it. Like I can name poets, and I know some of the famous ones work, but I can't say it's something I go looking for regularly. Uh, but what type of subjects do you typically write about?
Yeah, so I do modern poetry, contemporary poetry, free verse. I write about nature. I write about love. I write about longing and loss and hard things. I often write fiction poetry. So I would rather not write a poem outright about being sick. I would rather write, like an analogy or a metaphor or something. So a lot of my work is like, this is, from my point of view, lost health. And you're searching for it. Maybe you'll find it in this life or the next, but it's written in a way that anyone could read it. So maybe it's lost dreams or lost love, and maybe you'll find it. Just sort of that idea. But I'd love to one day hear your rap lyrics. I think song lyrics, it's poetry, right? It's the same thing.
I mean,
So
rap.
different form, but it's still poetry.
Well, I mean, rap literally stands for, at least to what I always been understood. It stands for rhythm and poetry. So I mean, it's uh, which when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh my god, really?" I'm like, "How do people not kind of guess that?" Like,
It makes
it,
sense.
it seems pretty. I mean, it seems obvious, but I guess it's right in their faces and they so are looking for it. But uh, I if I could find that book, it's somewhere around here. If I could find it, I'll gladly. I just found it like a year ago. We were cleaning out the room for the baby, so I know it's around here somewhere. I did actually write some of them out in Messenger, send to people like back then, but I'd have to. I don't even think I'm in those chats anymore, so I don't know if I can find them in there. But I'll find it. I'd be willing to send you one. I'll find one of the better ones I wrote. But
Nice. Thanks.
actually, well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe I am meant to publish those someday. We'll see. We'll
You
see.
should. You should.
Yeah, the time in my life where I'm worried about what people think of me is long gone. So, um, but with the show anyway. So what made you want to come on? Well, okay, stupid question, but what made you want to come on a music podcast? I just thought the answer as I said it, but
What was your answer that you
uh,
thought of?
my answer. I assumed you're going to say something along the lines of, well, poetry and music are not that far apart. So as we were just discussing, so
Right.
because I'm like, wait a minute, we kind of just said that. It's one of
You
those
did,
things.
and that's exactly right. I actually also love music. I most of the time have music on in the background when I'm awake or asleep. Not all the time, but often. I There are so many different genres that I like, and just being sick, I find music to really be an escape, be a comfort. So I really love music. I used to be in choirs in high school and when I was a young adult and things like that. So music is an important part of my life, and my kids love singing too, so they're good at that. So,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
mhm.
My kids love singing too, but they're not good at it at all. At freaking all. Oh
Mm.
god, it's funny. They're not good at it. But well, what album did you want to bring us tonight? Because I'm dying to talk about this, so I want to get into it.
Yeah, so the album is "Whole" by Evergreen.
which which I will. Okay, well, I'll say what CJ did say about it first, just before I get to my review. But I mean, from what he heard so far, he said it was good, but he said there's like he had songs that he was liking so far, and there's other songs that like were just like, not my thing, not my thing. I mean, that's basically what he got so far. I don't know if he had time to get through the whole album. That might have been part of the reason why he didn't come tonight. He might just been too busy today to really get through the albums. I could see that with everything he's going through, but
Mm.
I never have heard of Evergreen, so this was a completely new world for me. um, and well, I actually was surprised because when I first was sampling it last week, I was like, ew, "What is this? And what the hell am I going to bring against this?" But I kind of read their bio. I listened to them a little more, and I'm like, I'm like, all right, I definitely can find something to bring to it. That's not going to be the problem. Problem is going to be, well, am I going to enjoy actually listening to this? And I put it on this morning first thing when I got to work because I don't pick up the phone at work for an hour because I'm just not doing that. So I usually on Tuesdays will just sit there and listen to the first couple albums from the show if I have time, and just put out yours. And I'm like, this first song was by, and I'm like, that was all right. And then like I got into a couple songs, and I was like, ooh, I actually like this. I'm like, it's getting a little heavier. I'm like, all right, good. I'm like, yeah. And their voices are really good. Almost reminds me of like I want to. This may sound horrible, but I don't want to call them a wannabe Fleetwood Mac. But like that's
Okay.
kind of what that's kind of the vibes I get. Like they want to be Fleetwood
Yeah.
Mac, but with the harmonizing vocals and all that. Like it's what they remind me of. And that's not a bad thing to be called because Fleetwood Mac is freaking incredible. We've done of the, two of their albums on here so far, and Fleetwood Mac is incredible. They're classic '70s greatness.
Yeah,
But
I love them too. I've never heard of
yeah,
anyone not loving them. I'm sure they're
yeah.
out there. They're great though, yeah.
Oh, there are people out there who hate every kind of music. That's just life. But especially my music, people hate my music a lot. But but yeah, I mean, for hearing this band for the first time, I was actually impressed with them. I definitely got more notes when it gets to the actual songs, but I I enjoy. I mean, I was able to get. I couldn't get a top five. I definitely got four songs in the album I liked. It was a short album though, so sometimes the song would go by. I'd be like, it'd go to the next song, and I would go look, and I'd be like, wait a minute, when did it turn? When did it skip? Like, when did that last song end? I mean, which
Mm.
is not a bad thing. Not it just means that the songs were meant to run together, kind of. But usually, unless the whole album's like that, then it's a whole other issue. But this wasn't like that. There was definitely things that were different. And I mean, I enjoyed it. Could I say I'm going to go look up everything they've ever done? Probably not. But there's a few of those songs I threw on my like list, so I'm sure I'll be hearing them again at some point in the future with my other 7,000 something songs in my Spotify like list. So it's a rotation, and it doesn't rotate well because Spotify is horrible at that. Fix it, Spotify. I'm telling you, fix it. But
They really need to fix that. It's
I
bad.
could hear.
I'll just make a new playlist real quick of random songs because I'm like your shuffle is not good.
Well, luckily, I only get to actually listen to my like list like once a week, 1 week out of a month because I'm so busy listening to music for these podcasts. I don't have
Mhm.
time to listen to my own music a lot of times, so
Right.
it works. I mean, but like today, I freaking heard "The Bitch Is Back" 3 times because the Spotify just kept bringing it up, and I'm like, it's a great song, but I don't need to hear it 3 times. Like,
One time.
man,
Shuffle.
I'll take it twice. I'll take it twice even. It's a good song, but yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. And
Yeah,
then
I
the
don't
same
know that
thing.
song, but yeah, the idea of it, yeah.
Elton John,
Mhm. Which song did you say? I know Elton
the
John.
the bitch is
Oh,
back.
oh no, I don't know that song from him. No, I know other of his songs.
Oh my god. It's if you watch the movie, if you watch the Rocket Man movie they did about him, it's actually the song that opens the movie. But
Oh, okay, okay.
and it was in Hocus Pocus too, a version of it. But
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. That's on my I need to watch this someday list.
well, tis the season almost. But and
Yeah,
yeah, they did a version of it in
nice.
that. It's hilarious. When I watched that movie, I freaking died laughing. Hearing them start singing that, I'm like, really? But yeah, it's a good song. It's actually a really good song. But so what would you call your top 5 for your album? This is always the part I love is seeing people struggle over picking their own music.
All right. So do you want 1 through 5 or 5 through 1?
People always ask that, and I always just wait what they ask. I always say 5 to 1 because I say build suspense.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So 5 is Waterton, and then 4 is Empty Space, 3 is Hole, 2 is Willow, and 1 is A Beautiful View.
That's actually kind of funny. It's almost reverse of mine, but
I was
that
thinking whenever you said the first one, you were like, and I'm like, that's my favorite one.
uh, well, like I said, I got 4 out of this. The rest of them were just kind of all stuck. They all kind of ran together in my head. The rest of them, and I was like, eh. But I
Very
got 4 of that.
gentle and peaceful. Yeah.
Hmm?
They're
What was
very
that?
gentle, peaceful.
Oh, I mean, I mean, like I said, it was a good way to start the day. I
Mhm.
mean, as much as I love throwing on some heavy metal in the morning and really waking up, like for a day like today, last day of the quarter, I'm in sales, so it's the last day of the quarter.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a big day. I need to be calm and go. But so this it worked for that.
I'm
And
glad.
see, it's in the second album I listened to, kind of ran into that and worked with that too. But
Mhm.
uh so my number 4 was A Beautiful View. It was a good way to start out the album. It was really like I could picture like just hearing that when you're like standing on a top of in your house on top of a mountain, like looking down at the view or something like that. Like I could picture that with that music. So I was like, all right. I'm like
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
got the title. They got the title and it made sense. And it was very beautiful music. My number 3 was Hearts Remain. That
Mhm.
I like the lyrics in that song and the tempo kind of got my attention. My number 2 was End of the World. I'm a
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of apocalyptic ideas, just because it's coming. But um,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe not my lifetime, but it's coming. Um,
That was my honorable mention was End of the
uh,
World. Mhm.
it's a really good song though. I really like
It's got a good beat. I like
the
it.
beats good and the guitar is actually pretty good in it. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, Water Tin was my number 1. That song impressed the hell out of me. I enjoyed that song more than any of them, and I was like, oh. What is this? It's got like a really fast tempo to it. I'm like, all right, I can dig this. Why don't they do this for a whole album? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me it was number 5 just because I've moved so much in my life that I don't have like the song, is about finding a place or
oh,
this place will always be my home. I'm like, I don't comprehend that feeling because there's no one place I can say that place will always be my home. I'm like, I've moved too much to like say
but
that's my home. It's like people are my home, but I don't know the place, but I love the idea of it. So
well, see,
it's
that's
a great song.
I mean, I haven't moved that much in my life, but I'm not
Mm,
where I originally was, and so I get that. But to me, the song, and this is the great thing about songs, is everybody can take them differently. This song to me was more about like this is where I'm home. Is like I actually thought like my family. Like that's what I'm thinking of. It's like my family. Like I'm picturing them, and like that's my home. Like it doesn't matter where the hell I am. I could be under a bridge. Hopefully it never happens, but I could be under a bridge, and it still would feel like home with them there at least. But I mean, we'd be miserable, but it'd be it would that won't happen. Hopefully, anytime
That
in
won't
the
happen.
future. No, I doubt
But
it.
yeah.
But
But what you
in the,
mean, yeah,
the
that's
in
beautiful.
the
Like it's just our family, right? That's home.
exactly, we were living in a one bedroom hotel room, like because we had to for like a while. Like it would work.
Hmm.
It would be miserable and horrible, but it would work.
Yes.
I would
That does.
never. I would not know what it is to watch TV shows anymore. I'm pretty sure at that point. But
Mm,
I'd be sitting on my laptop to do anything. Ew,
yeah.
that's just a thought that made me kind of shiver. But
Yeah. Space is good too.
yes, very much
Mhm.
so. But all right, so I do want to say, well, what in my opinion is the best for last. So we're going to talk about the album that CJ wanted to bring this week because I figured get it out of the way, and I'm I actually kind of want to talk about his too, in a way. I mean, it wasn't as good as mine, but
I'm
it was.
really curious whose was whose now because they're
Oh, I
so different. The two albums. I can see
well,
like where the lyrics can kind of be like, I see where they got these from, but the styles are opposites
well,
almost.
here. Well, I mean, like I said, I like to build suspense, but uh, so the album that CJ wanted to bring, um, he basically the reason he wanted to bring it is because he had another album in mind completely, but he did not think it would go over well. I mean, he knows I'll listen to anything, but he did not think it would go over well, so he knows to be like, all right, I need to pick something else, and he literally is called the music god for a reason. So he has a whole list of thousands of albums that he hasn't brought yet. So he decides like,
Right.
all right, you know what? He's like, I'm gonna bring this one. He sent it to me. I'm like, what the hell did you just send me? And he brought he what the album he wanted to bring is the Dirty Governor's Promises, and I was
Okay.
like, all right, I'm like, oh, I never heard of this band, so I was like, I have no idea what band this is, CJ. I'm like, but I'll give it a shot. But before I get into my opinions on this, which hopefully CJ hears one day, what did you think of the Dirty Governors? I love that name. The way they spell that name is hilarious.
Yeah, no, I liked them. I had not heard of them before, but it was good. I enjoyed this album.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't hear them either, and I hear a lot of other artists I know and are legends. Like, I hear the influences of them in their music, and I'm like, okay. And I like their lyrics. I like their singing style. I mean, I am not a fan of country music, and CJ freaking knows this, but they are just on like the outside realm of country enough where it's not
Yeah, I was
full
gonna say
country.
they're not super heavy on country. I mean, you can
No,
tell it's
they're
country, but
I mean, it's
it's light.
bluegrass. It's
Yeah.
bluegrass more than it's
Mhm.
country by far.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like rocky, bluegrassy music with like a hint of country, and I'm like, I could take it. I could take it. I could take it. Don't flinch. Just take it. But
Sure.
it was
Yeah, I don't know like all the different like this is this and this is that type of thing. But country's obvious, rock is obvious. The album that I had is acoustic indie folk. Like it's very specific that style.
yeah,
I
I,
really like that style, but yeah, obviously I picked the
it,
album. So
it's not my top style by any. It's not my top style by any means, but I'll listen to an album or two if I have to for the show, and I'll say what I think. And eh, eh. Sometimes they blow me away. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, that's horrible, and I will tell you it's horrible. But hey, Harley, thank you for watching. Yeah. So I mean, CJ's album was the Dirty Governors. I could say that all night. I swear to God. They impressed me. They really did. I'm not saying I want to go check out everything they've done quite yet. I got to hear more of them to really get that opinion, but they didn't blow me away like that. I mean, they were good. They were better than I expected them to be from like the preview I listened to what he sent to me, and I was like, oh, once again, I was like, oh God, what the hell am I getting myself into? But uh, I,
oh no.
I did get I got a top five. Best I could do with a top five. I had no honorable mentions or anything, but what were your top five for CJ's album?
Yeah, so for that one, starting with number 5 was Ticking Clock. Number 4 was Feels Right. Number 3 was I'm Coming Up. Number 2, Homecoming. And number 1, Like We Used to Be.
Okay, yeah, we got some similar ones then. At first, I was like, did we pick completely opposite songs? That'd be funny, but no,
That would be funny.
we kind of got that. We kind of got mixed and matched. But yeah, actually, Homecoming was my number 5. That was a good song. I liked it. Kind of the same theme as Waterton in a way, but almost
Yeah.
like. Number 4 was Like We Used to Be. That was a really cool, like, I kind of want to call it like an anti-love song. Like
Mm.
it's kind of like a heartbreak song. So
It's sad. It is sad.
yeah, but I like songs like that, especially when they got like a good guitar behind them. So
I like sad too. I mean, I write sad poetry a lot, so it's
yeah, I mean,
it's human. It's a story.
well, I mean, yeah, the artist I brought today is the king of sad, so I could do sad. Um,
Yeah.
my number 3 was In Time We'll See.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning there's a very, speaking of him, a very Elton John like piano beginning to it, and it and after it gets into the song, it kind of reminds me of like one of the more country bluegrass Led Zeppelin songs. So I kind of dug that portion of it. My number 2 was Paying by the Hour because it's just a funny song in a way. It's and I don't know what they're talking about, and that's the funny part is this going in a dirty way or is this going in like is this about a job way, like a real job?
I
Like
totally looked up that song. I was like, what does this song really mean? I couldn't find anything. And I'm like, I think this could go either way, this song.
I couldn't quite tell. I mean, it's not like Roxanne Put on the Red Light. Like it's not like that. So it's not
It's
obvious
not
which way they're going.
obvious. Yeah.
But and my number 1 was I'm Coming Up because that was a really really good motivational positive song, and I like those. I
Mm-hmm.
get like
It was.
almost like a Bon Jovi feel to it, like the way that was sung. But
Yeah, I
I
can see that.
I definitely CJ, you didn't do too bad. This better than you did on the episode we recorded yesterday. Oh my freaking god! Rex Order. Oh, so heavy. So can't
I
understand
don't know who
lyrics.
that is. Yeah.
They're not bad after they get their first album. He brought their first album. The first album is, but it's heavy metal to the purest definition. But it really is.
Got it.
Yeah. We gave him enough crap for it last night, so he got his. He's given me enough over the years, so it works. But uh, well, I guess it's time to get to mine already. I knew tonight would be a short one, but without CJ doing all the talking, it was doing all the talking like he always does. Not by my
Mm-hmm.
choice either, always. But yeah, it works because this album might take a while to talk about, honestly.
I
Because
had some things to say, so I'm definitely curious what you're gonna say.
well, I was trying to decide what to bring for your album, and I was looking at the year it came out. I want to say that's 2018, and
I think.
I mean, I couldn't find anything that I didn't already bring that I wanted to bring that I thought you would actually enjoy or like would line up. So the last album we'll talk about tonight, my album that I brought. I brought this artist twice before already. His newest album I brought, and I brought my favorite album he ever did about a couple months ago when CJ first got the show. But the, which CJ is a huge fan of this artist too. I will say that but he didn't remember this is one of the albums he really loves or not. But I was waiting to hear that. God damn it, CJ. But I decided to bring Lord of the Lost. I decided to bring Lord of the Lost and his Thornstar album, which he had like a period where he was doing very religious albums, like very religious topics. And I
Mm-hmm.
this one is like he gets religion the same way I do. He feels about the same way I do from what I tell his songs. So I enjoy his version of it, and just his voice and his music is so remarkably unique that I only first discovered him a couple months ago when I fell in love with him and went through everything he did. He is like he's a German goth god in my mind, and he's hilarious. If you actually watch like his 50 something music videos out there, they're hilarious. Like all of his band is funny, but it's this album especially is just it's kind of dark, not really. It's not really dark, but it's serious. It hits on some serious topics and it's emotional, which I love when he gets emotional because he is really good at it. That's where he hits his goth side. Is when he writes really good sad songs, really good angry songs. which I can name about 20 of each of those, but I won't do that for sake of the show. But I'm dying to hear what you thought of them because I love hearing people's first impressions of Lord of the Lost.
Yeah, I guess this could be kind of entertaining hearing from, I don't know what stereotype I am, but um it's so weird because I'll try and keep this as a short story. I don't want to bore people, but it was so weird doing this. It was really good. It I just went over this evolution of myself preparing for this podcast because I sent you the music and that's new to me from like 2 or 3 years ago, and then the new album from your co-host, that was new to me, and then this stuff I was like, oh my gosh, brought back to when I was a teenager. I don't know that this was out when I was a teenager, but I never liked this kind of music, which is probably not shocking. um, but so I remember like some of my friends did, and they would should I wait for you to come back, or
No,
should
no,
I
no,
just
no, no, no.
get
You're
into
good. I
the
can,
show?
I'm
Okay,
still,
I
I'm
don't know.
still,
I'm like, should I keep talking so it's interesting, or should
yeah,
I wait?
I'm still listening. You're good.
Okay. So anyway, this kind of music is not my style, but I was really pleased to read the lyrics. Like, so much poetry, gorgeous. And thank you for letting us do just the first disc. So we're doing disc one. Um, but I don't know, like I just feel like this evolution of myself as a teenager, I was very judgmental, like, black and white, and good is good and bad is bad. But just over time, just being more loving, more kind, and expanding my world views, it's like there is so much good in this world, and life in no version of reality is black and white. So it was kind of cool to have this put in my face, like, hey, you gotta go through this type of music. And I'm like, I don't do this type of music at all, but reading the lyrics was great. And because I'm sick, like that's actually why I like Evergreen so much, is it's gentle on like my system. And like I'll listen to fast music when I need to like physically do something that's hard for me, but that's really rare. So usually it's gentle music because it helps me feel healthier. So this, I had to like kind of skip pieces that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, like I'm dying because it was just too
Oh,
much
I mean,
vibrating, and I don't know, but the parts that weren't screaming, I really liked. He's a great voice, and I can totally see like the brilliance in the whole thing. Like, I'm not putting this style down at all, but not my style. And I just thinking about like music and how it's always been a part of my life. And when I was younger, I would do choir and stuff, and I just this coming back, it's bringing me back to then, which is a weird thing. But I have some friends that if they found out I was like giving my opinions on an album like this, they would crack up. They would just laugh so hard.
I'm
So I'm
sure. I
glad for
mean,
this opportunity. And it was just a good experience, and just thinking over life and things like that, and becoming
I mean,
better and evolving. And
I'm not surprised it brought you back to that point in your life because, like I said, this album is very like has a lot of religious overtones on it,
mm,
and a lot of his music is about because I am not 100% sure on this. It's not like I ever read this actually came from his mouth, but I'm 99.9% sure he's bisexual as could be because
mm,
he has a pride flag at all his concerts on stage.
that's
He
awesome.
the way he dresses, he is, and the way his videos are sometimes, he's very bisexual. And I mean, literally a video with girls in lingerie and guys in assless chaps. So yeah, he is very bisexual.
I
Which
won't watch that, but okay. That's me. Probably not
I
surprising.
I I
That's
I I,
funny.
I focus on the girls and the music. The guy part, I guess, it's like watching a movie. You just deal with that scene. I mean,
Sure, sure, yeah.
hell, I watched Shameless. I've seen enough. I have no problem just dealing with that scene until it's over. Um, but yeah, his mind. I would love to get him on the show just to pick his mind because he is so complex in his head with the way he thinks, the way because you hear him talk like when he's in interviews and stuff, and he does not. He just has like a normal voice, but as soon as he starts singing, he has like the deepest voice with that German accent. It's just like, oh my god, like, and he basically is the evolved version of Depeche Mode and all those other '80s bands that were huge in the beginning of the EDM scene and in like that synthwave scene. That's what he was inspired by. he wasn't around you in high school. He didn't come around. Oh, I'm assuming because he wasn't around when I was in high school, for God's sake. So I'm assuming we're around the same age.
Probably, yeah.
He but he started up in like the late 2000s, late 2000s. Like I want to say 2008 or 9 was his first album. So
Mhm.
definitely, I never heard of him until he covered a song by a band I like, and that's when I happened to come across him. And as soon as I started listening to him, I got through his whole discography, and it just gets better and better. Even his newest album is phenomenally good, and it's it's very goth like his new album. It's which is right my cup of tea. I'm a lifelong goth since high school, so since middle school probably even really if I think about it. But so
Mhm.
yeah, I mean Lord of the Lost, I literally could talk about him all day, but he's what the world needs. Artists like him who are not getting political, who are not getting in all these controversies. He's just doing his music. That's all he cares about is his music and getting his messages out to the world, and he's doing it
Mm.
very well. So before I go first, because I do have a couple honorable mentions, of course, for him. So uh, please, I'm dying to hear what your top 5 are for him.
Sure. And these are based on lyrics, not the tune or anything like that. So number 5 was Morgana. Number 4, The Mortarian. Number 3, Ruins. Number 2, Forevermore. And number 1, In Our Hands.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're basing it on lyrics, I could definitely see all those. I mean, so you never got into any of the 80s synthwave stuff, like really, like Depeche Mode, The Cure, or who's the other one I'm thinking of that's like Depeche Mode that did Depeche
The Cure
Mode did
sounds familiar, the other doesn't.
Depeche Mode, Tainted Love. Really? Oh my god, that's a legendary. That song's hugely
Maybe if
insanely
I
popular.
heard it, it was it on the radio.
Oh god, yes.
Okay,
God,
then I've
yes.
probably heard it.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, oh yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it.
it's
Just
not
not
gonna help
off the
you.
top of my head.
It's not gonna help you recognize it, but Marilyn Manson redid it in the '90s. It became widely popular, even more.
Okay.
But I doubt
Yeah, I
that's
didn't listen to
it.
him.
I was gonna say you grew up in a church. I doubt that's in your wheelhouse. But
Hmm.
I mean, I grew up in the church too, and that was part of my rebellion against church was getting into Marilyn Manson. So
Okay.
I
Hmm.
had that teenage angst against the church, but like a lot of people. But it just man. But yeah, and that's actually funny is because I keep saying that Lord of the Lost and Marilyn Manson need to do a song together. It'd be amazing. But
Hmm.
that's my manifesting it out in the world yet again, hoping it happens.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it wouldn't surprise me. But so my first one mention of this is, and I love the music in this as well. Though that's the thing I gotta say is I love the freaking music he does. It's so I mean I love that dark techno, that heavy techno, like EDM type music, and it's like being in a club almost, but a good club, and but with actually like really good lyrics instead of just the same 3 words over and over again.
Yeah, the
And
lyrics are really they surprised me.
oh,
Very
I mean,
deep.
yeah, he's a great artist. I mean, his band may change, but he never will change. But
Mhm.
my first song I'll mention is Forevermore. I really like that song. It's deep. My number 6 was, or the last one I mentioned was Under the Sun. The last minute and a half, and I know you probably didn't catch it even or hear it, but the techno
Sorry.
breakdown in the last like minute and a half is like so phenomenally done, so phenomenally done. Uh, Number 5 was In Our Hands. That song hit me deep. And then my top 4, these are the songs I always know that are on this album without even looking because they're just so good and the videos are amazing. But my number 4 is Morgana because it has like a hint of King Arthur myth in there, and I love that. I love anything to do with folk, like that kind of folklore, that lore of ancient of especially European myths. Like I like a lot of old school European myths like that. Number 3 was On This Rock I Will Build My Church because it he I mean that's him. That's him right there in a nutshell. Is he is basically building a church of his fans, and it's it works because they all do worship him like the way because he is like he's spreading a message of love though. Like he's spreading a message about loving like not regardless of what it is. And he I mean he
That's a
does it in
good
a
thing to hold
funny
on to.
He does it in a good.
Love.
He does it in a funny way too, though. He's comical about it. He's not just like he's not too serious about it. I mean, he has his songs that are very serious about it, but he knows what people are feeling in this generation's like, especially in this new generation. He gets their feelings, and that's why he's so popular. There's that. There's a video he has out there called "No Respect for Disrespect." It's off of his Blood and Glitter album, and the video is really just all his fans like sending in their videos of them like dancing along to his songs and whatnot, and it's all people who are LGBTQ, who are they're all unique in their own way, and you
Hmm.
can tell. And he basically saying in the song like, I I have no respect for disrespect. Like you shouldn't disrespect people just because they're different than you. Like, but he says
I
it in
love
a
that.
song, and the song is. I mean, the guitar in that song is amazing. Like he gets more into like guitar and drums in later albums than he did in this album. This album was very still his techno EDM phase. But my number two was Lorelei. That's a or Lorelei, however you say it. It's a really that song I always really love his voice and the lyrics are freaking amazing in that song. And my number one, which I did not think would be my number one, but it kind of surprised me today because I don't ever even like really take it in the first time I heard it, and that's "Cut Me Out." It's a really sad, emotional song, and I love when he does that, especially because he does it like he doesn't do it like in a like a Johnny Cash "I hurt myself today" kind of way. Like he does it like in a fast paced like way still, where it's like keeps you going and your head banging to it. But "Cut Me Out" is just so deep. Like I forget what the chorus says exactly, but the chorus is amazing in it. I got really busy at work after I listened to this album, and and plus I did actually go forward to listen to the second album just because I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm like I finished all my albums for today. I'm like I'm just gonna let it play out and enjoy the rest of it. Because I will say, yes, the second album is a little darker, not for everybody, but it has some great songs on it.
Some of them
Especially if
are
you like
really
it.
good, yeah, and so heartbreaking. Like I was just like,
Yeah,
oh, I need to go take care of these people now. They need help. I wanted to go be motherly, but yeah.
I mean it's natural, and
Just for the sake of my audience, thank you for just doing the first one and not the second one. I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that
I mean
for that special
he
allowance for me.
he
Thanks.
he is a highly sexualized person in some of his music. So yeah, it's not for everybody. I know that, and I'm willing to accept that, and not trust me. Like I said, a lot of my music is not for everybody. But I have to watch why I bring on shows for pretty much everybody because unless I know them, there's certain things I will never bring on unless it's someone I actually know inside and out. And I'm like, okay, unleashing the vault. And it's the stuff that's dusty and been sitting there for 10, 15 years without getting touched. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, so folks, we brought you your album thrice for tonight, and we had a fun time doing it. Would love to do it again sometime when CJ can actually join us, and because I see what you can surprise us with next time, maybe, and maybe I mean we'll see what comes
I'd
out of
love
us
to.
for it
Yeah.
because we
Have
both
you ever
have
done Enya before?
who and yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've been threatened with it for the show. No one's ever brought it. I actually have I know of her, but I never have actually sat down and listened to her music like in depth enough to actually like give it an analysis of it. So
Okay.
I wouldn't say no to doing it. I'd never say no to anything. I'll listen to any music once. I mean,
Hmm.
if you're lucky, oh, you'll get the once, and if you're lucky, maybe a second time, but you always get the once. But and I mean, I've listened to some horrible things in this show, and Enya can't even be as bad as them. So,
Hmm.
my God, the horror
No,
stories that
Enya's
show.
awesome. You got to do Enya at some point.
Well,
I'd love to come
well,
back. So
yeah, you definitely come back and feel free to bring her. I have plenty of female
awesome.
artists I would try to match it with. So,
Yeah.
um, mainly European, but yeah, I have a lot of female artists. Well, actually, yeah. Oh yeah, maybe add Miami. Lindsey Sterling just put out a new album. I have to go listen to that soon. But
Oh, nice.
yeah,
I like her.
ever since I saw her reels on Facebook, I've been obsessed with her. But I
Nice.
don't. I don't know. I don't know why. Just I love electric instruments. So her violin
Yeah.
is. I actually had a guest that was supposed to be on the show, and I picked Lindsey Sterling for my album. And when I sang it to her, she's like, "I play violin. Lindsey Sterling's a clown to us."
Oh, that's so
And
sad.
like I was like, all right. I'm like, I'm like, sorry to hear you feel that way, but I'll change my album just to make you happy. And then she ended up
Mm.
not showing up. She ended up not like no showing anyway. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like,
Oh
like
no.
I straight up was like, okay, yeah, you're blocked from my profile on whatever site I found you on. I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
it's just like, wow, that's so immature of you just because she got success.
I've heard that a lot of like professional musicians who aren't like pop or whatever, pop culture, whatever you want to call it, they don't like her. And I don't understand it. I'm like, do you see her dance? She's amazing. I saw her in concert in Amarillo. She was awesome. But to dance like that and sing and play the violin, that's extreme talent.
Yeah,
She's very entertaining.
and if you watch like her from if you watch like her videos of like showing her on America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, whatever it was, and
Mm.
like what she started out with on that, and then like what she grew it to when they told her no, like it, like she took Simon's advice and ran with it, and just she really is impressive. I love her. Her last album, Duplicity or whatever it was so freaking good. I so many good so many good instrumentals on it too. I don't even need the song. I mean, I love the songs with lyrics, but the actual instrumentals are just motivating.
They're
Like
amazing. Yeah. It's really incredible.
she's talented. Anybody who says she's not, it's jealousy. It has to be
It
because
has to be jealousy. It's like, okay, and for me, I understand that because a lot of people are like, oh, free verse modern poetry that you put on Instagram, it's not, as good as this classic or this. It's like, I love all poetry. It's just
no,
sad whenever people look down on something. They're like, well, it's not, I'm not comparing myself to Lindsay Sterling in any way. I just realized what I did.
no, no. Of
She
course,
is amazing. I'm not doing that. But just the idea of people looking down on other art forms, it's like snobbiness. It's like
it is. I
snobbery.
mean, no, I'm sorry, but I mean, what do they? You're not trying to be Robert Frost or Sylvia Plath or anything like that. You're trying to be yourself and be unique.
Yourself.
Like
Yeah.
why would anyone even want to compare it to that? Because it's not what you're going for. It's completely different. I'm sure the style is
Right.
100% different, and I'm sure it's some of them might be as amazing as them. I don't know. I haven't read it, but I mean, you can't compare upcoming artists, new artists to legends. It doesn't work. You can't. You could say, oh, they could be the next so and so, but you can never say, oh, they're them. They're not them yet, so I'm not going to even pay them attention. They don't come out of the gate like that. I'm sure Robert Frost wrote some bad freaking poems before he wrote some good ones, and
Yeah.
I'm sure Sylvia Plath has a freaking scrumpled pages of her poem book on her freaking floor. I'm sure, and
Mm-hmm.
I am
I
a
have
huge
so many bad poems that I will never share. So many.
I'm a huge Sylvia Plath fan, but even I'm guaranteeing she has some poems. I'm like, but like,
Not everything can be the greatest. Because if
no,
everything was the greatest, there would be nothing would be the greatest anymore.
not everything can be Marilyn Manson, folks. Put it out there, but
Not everything can be Enya. She's my favorite. I
for,
don't think that there will
there are
ever be anyone as good as her as far as like her music.
you are
It's
not.
gorgeous. So
I guarantee.
beautiful.
I guarantee you're not the only person who says that. Even that's the thing. I
Right.
there's a whole Lilith Fair crowd that would say that too. So, yeah.
About Enya, yeah. Yeah.
Oh God,
She's
yes.
unique. Like she does all her own music like on a computer and stuff and layers her voice on it. She's brilliant what she does.
I've always respected her. I just never deep dived her. But
Hmm.
there's a lot of artists I haven't deep dived though. There's so much music out there in the world that you can
So
never
much
hit.
music.
You can never listen to it all. And
Yeah.
that's the great thing about this show is I get forced to listen to things I never would otherwise. And I found new favorites before on this show, so I can't hate it because I found new ones I love and I listen to this day because
Awesome.
they're incredible. But
Yeah.
I,
I
I've
love
lost
that. I love finding new music and finding a new favorite in a genre I've never listened to before. That was evergreen for me. I had never listened to their stuff, but I remember one time I was really sick. I'm like, some of these songs are so gentle. I like that. That's helpful for writing poetry because, like, I love writing poetry to that type of music. So I put a couple of them into a playlist, and then I just found the genre of acoustic indie folk, and like I have a bunch of different artists who sing like that. It's so gentle. But I love finding new stuff because I had never listened to that before. I mean, I The songs were like more like famous songs that were gentle, and it's hard to find many like that, but the whole
Yeah,
style.
I mean, I would go back and listen to the Temptations, but that's me. If I wanted gentle music. Uh,
There you go. That's
all
your
right,
version
Jen.
of gentle music.
Oh, I mean, they are. They're so smooth and mellow. I mean, but
Mm.
I'm also a big doo-wop Motown guy, so that's a whole nother story. But where can people find your poetry if they want to find it?
Yeah, so I have a free poetry book. It's a chat book, so it's a short one. It's at freechatbook.com. And then if they want to just look at my Instagram page, I have a bunch of poems that I've shared. Some of them they've been put into poetry magazine or anthologies, and then I have my book Clouds on the Ground. That's my full length book that's available for sale on Amazon, and that reached #1 bestseller on Amazon for poetry. So
Well,
that is me
shit, there you go, folks. A Brigade bestseller. I
on Amazon. Yeah.
That's everything nowadays. So
It
Amazon.
is. That's the marketing thing that you got to say. I feel weird
Oh yeah,
saying it, but I learned it. It's like you have to let people know that it reached that because then they know, it's actually
that, then they know
it's something they might want to read.
exactly. It's something worth their time to go look at then, because I mean, yeah, it's to get that in poetry. It's got to be hard because there are a lot of poetry writers out there, a lot, and I mean, I've interviewed a lot, and they're not all of them can say they're bestsellers. That's for damn sure. So
I did
that's
a lot of marketing. I learned a lot.
it's part of my day job. So I was very good at it from this job, from this
Good.
non-paying side job here. So you know, but folks, you can find your musers. Well, usually musers, but muser I guess tonight. On Facebook as Squatchy Largefoot, on Instagram and X as that Juggalo Bastard, and on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings. The best place to see everything we ever done is, of course, YouTube. But come back next week. It's already determined the albums, and it's going to be an interesting week. I'll say that much. So it's a very '90s week. You're gonna love it, guys. You're all gonna love it, or you better at least. I really don't care if you do or not, but I'm gonna love it, so it's all that matters. But I want to thank Autumn for coming on. She, of course, is welcome back anytime because I had fun with her, and I'm sure CJ would enjoy having her on as well. And I will see you all in a week. Actually, yay! We got a week off. See you then.